And then we come to the main event of the evening, Brian. Were y'all set and ready for this? Our boy Theory, Jey Uso. Who's going to be in the Bloodline? Is it going to be Paul? Is it going to be Jey? Who's going to be the next tribal chief? What's going on? They've got the table set. The U.S. title on the line. They ring the bell. What'd you think, Brian?
I hate to say it because I like Theory and I like Jey Uso, but I didn't give a shit about the match. I was just waiting for whatever drama was going to play out, and based on what time it was when this aired, I knew there was still time for drama.
Yes. And it was very dramatic. By the way, they started this match that we built up to all night, and they, honest to God, went a minute or less until Theory got knocked over the announcer's desk, and they went to break.
Right to commercial, as soon as the thing got going.
And what the fuck? About 3 minutes later, 3.5 minutes, whatever, I'm like, okay, that killed some of my momentum. They come back. They have a big yay boo exchange. Jey wins it, gets a big pop. Theory starts the heat. Jey fights back. Super kicks Theory into the referee, and the referee goes down. And apparently not only goes down, but falls into the fucking pit at ringside that Shelton Benjamin fell into last week because he was gone for about the next 3 minutes. And Jey hits a splash off the top, and he's got Theory covered for more than a 3 count, but there's no referee. And then here comes Pretty Deadly. Why do they have to be involved in this? They come out and nail Jey, and then just get in the ring like they've got all the time in the world. But here comes Jimmy Uso, and he shit cans Pretty Deadly. But here comes Solo, and nails Jimmy. Now, I'm not sure why Solo nailed Jimmy. Because
Jimmy's out.
Well, but Jimmy's helping. Jimmy is helping Jey, who is still technically in. So if Jimmy's helping Jey, wouldn't that mean that Jimmy is trying to get back in instead of spiking him? Wouldn't we ask him first? I don't know.
Unless Solo has a terminate on sight order from Roman Reigns.
Well, there you go. And Paul was there. So anyway, Solo nails Jimmy and goes to give him the spike. But Jey stops him. No, you can't do that to my brother. And then Jimmy goes to fight back against Solo by going to super kick him, but Solo moves and Jimmy super kicks Jey. And then Jimmy grabs Solo and shit cans him. Eventually, he got hung a little bit and does a dive over the top rope on him. But in the ring, Theory has come back and covered Jey, and the referee is suddenly alive. 1, 2, 3. So Jey has lost his U.S. title opportunity, and it's Jimmy's fault. So now the fallout is Solo and Paulie are in the aisle watching Jimmy try to explain to Jey that it was a mistake, and Jey walks out on Jimmy, but when he passes Paul and Solo, Paul said, I'm sorry. And Jey walks out on them too, but then Paulie smiles and tells his phone to call Roman Reigns. Dun, 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 dun.
What is Roman doing on Friday nights if he's not even watching the show?
He's holding on to his phone to wait for Paul to call him.
Why doesn't he just watch the show? He won't have to wait for the call.
Because he wants to hear from Paul what really happened, rather than just what he's seeing with his own 2 eyes on national television. But we've got to get the organ music. Brian, I know we have no budget for this program, but we got to get the old soap opera radio program organ music to go to these dramatic breaks. Will Jey reunite with Jimmy? What will Paul say to Solo? Will Roman get involved? Tune in next week on As the Bloodline Turns. But that was the wrestling program, folks.